All right, today we're going to the biggest mistakes I see people make when trying to put on muscle. Do one of these, you have less than optimal results. Do a combination of these, you're screwed. Let's get after it. I want to be a little bit more specific today because most people don't focus on the right macro when it comes to growth. They think carbohydrates are the secret, somehow justify having 8 cups of rice a day, think they're putting on muscle. No, just chubby. For me, protein is the end-all be-all. I actually try to limit carbohydrates as much as possible. Don't put them in pre or post-workout because I think the importance of that has been overstated. I think the real foundation comes from hitting your protein numbers consistently every day, whether it's a gram per pound, whatever it may be for you. Test, figure it out, and then consistently hit it. Side note, you can't have too much protein. I was a kid that would hear this information and think, okay, I'm going to set a world record, try to get 1,000 grams in a day, and then turn my stomach inside out. Don't do that. On that, we went to a new gym recently, and before we started, my girlfriend ran to the bathroom, and she comes back, her eyes are this big, she's completely pale, and she goes, oh my God, that is the worst smell I've ever smelled in my life. She says, I walked back there was a girl there, and I don't know if she was just too embarrassed to come out, or she was in mourning for whatever just happened, because when I walked back there, she ran out, and then not 3 minutes later, we see her posing her ass in front of the mirror for Instagram followers, and I just thought, man, if those followers could know what just came out of that ass, unfollowed. The funny thing is we're working out next to her and her coach walks up, one of those brilliant bodybuilding coaches, looks at her and goes, you look pretty good. We need to double your protein. That poor girl, she's dead. There's no way her butt could survive that. All right, let's go over some of the biggest mistakes I see people make in the gym. For me, unlocking somebody's growth potential has to do with developing that mind-muscle connection. When I'm training somebody, I'm constantly tweaking their form, asking how they're connecting with it, but really looking at their face and knowing that moment when their muscle is just killing them, we're on the right track. I don't care if I show you an exercise or somebody else does online. If you try it and you don't connect with it, in the beginning, it's not for you. Just take 3 or 4 exercises you really connect with it and start there. Eventually, you'll be able to connect with that muscle enough, really know how to tweak your form in a way that you can do any exercise and instantly have that mind-muscle connection. Another issue I see is with training intensity. And it's not how much weight you can move. For me, I'm a huge proponent of pushing yourself to failure and beyond. And I know everybody's not a huge fan of that. They don't think it's necessary for growth, but every client I've ever used it on, gotten results. And just from a common sense standpoint, you want your body to continue to evolve, grow, and adapt, then just push it beyond what it wants to be pushed. And lastly, people aren't specific enough with their training. I have a lot of people reach out and they say, hey, I train upper body 3 times a week, lower body twice a week. And they kind of just smash all the muscle groups together and hope to get results. And I've done that. You develop a nice, well-rounded, smaller physique. You want to get bigger? You got to give each muscle the time and attention it needs to grow. All right, let's finish off with a touchy subject for some people, getting blood work done. It would baffle me when I get a new client in and they would say, you know, I haven't feel like I've made progress in the last 10 years. I feel like I'm a normal guy. I'm 45, angry, tired. I scream, cry at every ASPCA commercial. I just can't figure it out. Never thought of getting blood work done? And that's the thing. If you don't know what's going on internally, you could be working against some insurmountable odds. You can do everything else right, and if your hormones are off, you're going to make no progress whatsoever. It's always baffled me the conversation that people have, are they natural or not? Because to me, it's an ass-backer way of looking at things. Unless you're a professional athlete, it's just about getting yourself healthy and back in a normal range. And I hate to break it to you, you're probably not making the Olympic curling team. And it's simple. You get your blood work done and you test everything. Every thyroid, testosterone, estrogen panel you can get. And if something's low, you find a doctor, you get treatment. If it's not low, you're good to go. You're going to make progress. But if it is low and you want to hide behind the fact that, you know, I want to stay natural, well, you'll stay natural. Naturally fucked up. So as always, like, subscribe with the notification bell. Leave a comment on the video you want me to do next. Get after it, get growing. Talk to you soon.